Hey Sagittarius, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you'd like to, I don't mind. I'm going to start your reading right now for Sagittarius. So the first card you have your past is the Two of Swords. So yeah, this can be about a lot of things. I'm seeing a few different things in this card. I think someone was definitely thinking about you. Someone was definitely missing you, I think. But they might have been a bit angry with you as well, actually. You know, if you look at the woman in this card, she obviously doesn't want anyone to come near her. She has these swords and she's ready to kind of poke anyone who'd come near her, who dared to come near her. But this card can also be about being at a crossroads, a lot of confusion, all of that kind of thing, not knowing which way to go. And whoever this is still has feelings for you. I think they probably still do now. But, you know, they were closed off as well. I don't know if you know who this is, because I think, you know, you have a few exes, I think. I'm not sure if this is even an ex. They might not have actually been in a relationship with you, or maybe they were in an on and off relationship with you, or something that wasn't like, you know, I'm not seeing a straightforward relationship. It's not like there was a start, you went out, and then there was an end. It was something like that. Not straightforward. And it was rocky as well. I'm just looking at these rocks behind this woman. So there's a lot of rocky ups and downs going on between you. I think they do miss you. This is what their emotions are telling them, that they miss you, but their mind doesn't want to miss you. So that's why they're kind of, oh, should I go this way? Should I go that way? I really do miss them, but I don't want to miss them, and I don't want to contact them, and it's all of that kind of thing. So they're kind of, or they were at this time, they probably still are, battling this, all of this in their head. The next card you have your past is the Nine of Swords, yes. So yeah, I think this person might even be waking up in the night thinking about you. And you know, they don't want to be thinking about you all the time, day and night. They want to be able to move on. But I think their feelings for you were just sort of trapping them in a way. These swords look a bit like a cage that this woman can't get out of. You know, it's like they can't contact you because they're upset or angry with you or something. But they feel as if they can't not contact you either. It's like, oh, I'm dying to contact them, but I can't. I'm so angry, I'm so upset, and I don't want to do that. I want to move on, but I can't. So they're kind of going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And I think, you know, they want to contact you, but then the thought of never being able to contact you ever again really hurts them as well. They're so mixed up, and I think they are seeing that they probably won't be able to speak to you again, at least not for a long time, because the blue squares on this quilt show every sign of the zodiac. So a lot of the time this represents a year, so you know, every month of the year, so it represents a long time. So this person's thinking, I won't be able to speak to them for a long time, maybe not forever, and that really hurts me. So that's what they're thinking as well. This person's really in their head. They were at this time, I think they still are now, very mixed up. The last card you have your past is the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, I'm seeing some ups and downs, some opposites in this card. I'm seeing opposite kinds of people, and I think this might be a message for you as well. There's someone who definitely should be supporting you. They should be supporting you. I think this might be a parent, or it might be someone else who brought you up, someone who had a parent role, someone who was like a parent to you, or they should have been. You grew up around this person. And you know, I think you know what they're like. I think you know that they're not very supportive, but for some reason you might still be looking for support from them. And the reason why I'm seeing opposites is that you do have supportive people around you. You definitely have some supportive friends around you, but deep down you might still want to find support from this person, or you might even crave support from this person. It's like, it's not fair. I should be getting support from them. They're supposed to be supporting me. And you know, I think you know that they're not like this. I know, you know, I think it's like you go to this person and you want their support, but they can't give it to you. And I think each time you feel like this, each time you feel this lack of support, you probably say something to yourself like, I'm not going to go back again. I'm not going to talk to them again. I'm not going to tell them anything like this again. I'm not going to expect anything from them again, because I'll just be rejected again. And you kind of go up and down with this, like this wheel kind of going up and down. And then, you know, time goes on and another cycle comes around, like this wheel turning around. And then you go back to them again, expecting the same thing again. So if this resonates, you'll just have to go to, you know, maybe you have to go to these friends for support, I think. I'm not sure if it's that they don't want to give you support, or whether it's that they don't know how to give you support. It might be both. It might be both. But I think they're just, I don't know, they're just not the person who you need to go to for support. And, you know, you need to try and break this cycle. Yeah, they should feel proud of you. They should support you. But sometimes, you know, we can't deal with what should and shouldn't happen. We have to deal with what is and isn't happening. And this is what is not happening. They're not giving you that support, and that's what we need to deal with. I know that sounds a bit negative, but, you know, and I don't mean it to be negative, but I think once you face that and once you decide to look for support in the right place, this is going to be a lot more positive for you. You know, you're not going to keep on going back to them again and again. You're going to go to people who can support you, and then you're going to get that support. That's what I'm seeing. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat. The first card you have your present is the Knight of Cups. I think this might be how this ex or this person in the Two of Swords sees you. Whether you think this is justified or not, this is how they see you, I think. Yeah, I think they're seeing you as someone who they saw a future with once. And I think part of them thought that it would be difficult to be with you practically. There's some practical reason why it might have been difficult for them to be with you. Maybe you were long distance. Maybe you had other difficulties that were kind of in your way, roadblocks. And so, you know, for some reason they kind of had that block in front of them. They were thinking, oh, I don't think I'll really ever be with them. I want to be, but I think there are these kind of practical problems in the way. And another part of them still had hope, I think, and maybe they felt that you gave them that hope. You kind of pulled them over these roadblocks, and you said to them, don't worry about these roadblocks. We can do this. We can get together. It'll be okay. We'll make this happen. And I think that's what they're really upset about. They're kind of feeling that you led them to believe that this would all happen, that it will all be okay, but you never quite delivered that to them. You didn't deliver on that promise. That's what I'm seeing. Because the Knight on this card, he's coming up to this river, representing emotion, obviously, but he's stopped. And, you know, I think they really felt that you promised, or you indicated in some way that you'd cross the river and you'd come closer to them, but you didn't do that. And maybe that's why I was seeing in the Two of Swords that this was a relationship that wasn't really a proper relationship. It was not a proper relationship, but there was something different about it. And I think that might be what it was. It was something like that. So again, you know, this isn't, you might have done this, you might not have done this, and, you know, they might not have really seen you doing this, but this is how they felt. This is how they were feeling. This is about how they were feeling and how they still feel about you. That's what I'm seeing. So you might be thinking, that's not what I did, that's not true. But this is how they were feeling. So the next card you have your present is the Hermit. So, yeah, I think this could be why you were looking for this support or this approval. I think, you know, you have changed a lot and you've learned a lot, especially over this last year. And I think you've stopped struggling money-wise because you've just really, really made an effort to pick yourself up. And I think, you know, you really looked inside yourself to work out how you were going to improve yourself. Not just money-wise, but on a lot of different levels. You've really, really, really improved. And, you know, you were stuck in life like a lot of people are, but you got yourself out of this. And I think you might be thinking, you know, why doesn't this person recognize how much better I am? Why don't they recognize how much I've improved. They might have been saying things to you like, oh, you can't do this, you always do this, you always say this. But that's the old you. That's the old person who used to always say this and always do that. You're different now. You're a new person now. You're not like that anymore. And they're not giving you any credit for that. And that's why when you go back to this person, this parent or whoever this is, and you say, oh, guess what happened to me? I got a raise today, or I pay rise, or I achieved this thing, or I did this, or I went there. Guess what? I'm going to travel to here. I'm going away. I'm going to do this. And they say, but you don't do that. You don't do things like that. You're the sort of person that can't do that. You're going to mess it up. You're going to do... And it really hurts you because they're not seeing how far you've come. But, I think, again, you went back into yourself. You were the hermit for a while. You got out of that. You worked out how to improve yourself externally to present yourself to this person. They're still not accepting you. They're still not giving you that support. So what you're going to do is go back. You're going to have to go back into yourself like the hermit again and go inside yourself and improve yourself internally. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. That just means that you're going to have to look inside yourself and become a lot more robust inside your emotions to get yourself to the point where you think, 10 people can approve of me, 100 people can approve of me, no one can approve of me. I don't care. I approve of me, and so that's fine. I don't care whether I get support from this person, that person, the other person, no people. I am supporting myself. I'm strong inside myself so that when people are horrible to me, they say these things, they kind of say, but you don't do that, you can't do this, you can't. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my emotions. It doesn't make me drop right down through the floor when they say that to me. I stay where I am. I'm fine. I just say, well, fine, if you think that, I don't care. I know I can do this and I'm strong. And I think you're going to have to go through that inside yourself and really improve yourself emotionally and strengthen your emotions and strengthen your confidence. And then you're going to have the confidence to just not even bother to get their approval. And even if something does slip out and they're kind of saying these kinds of things to you again, it's not even going to affect you. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your present is the King of Cups. I think you do think about this person who is missing you. Not as much and not as often as they think of you, though, I don't think. You do think about them. I'm still seeing this as a situation that either wasn't an official relationship or it was a bit kind of on and off or something like that. There was passion between you. There was a lot of passion between you. And you both missed that. You both really do miss that. There's a red ship to the right of this card. You probably can't see it, so I'll move it up so you can see. Oops, sorry about that. Let's get that right. My OCD. Yes, that's perfect. So yeah, there's a red ship. If you look to the right of that card, there's a red ship and it's just going off to one side. So yeah, that represents passion, but it also represents going away behind someone's back. This ship is sailing away behind the king's back. So maybe you feel as if your chance with this person's gone. It's too late. They're kind of sailing away, or they have already sailed away. And maybe you feel as if they left while your back was turned. It might be that as well, or when you weren't noticing. And again, you do think about this person. You might miss them sometimes, but I think they're feeling this in a much deeper way than you. I'm not saying that you never had deep feelings for them. I think you did at one time, definitely, but at this time their feelings are a lot more intense than yours are. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So move that down because I think that's a bit crazy up there, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, the first card you have in your future is the the Tower. Okay, so yeah, this isn't as bad as it looks, actually. I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. I know things have improved for you financially, especially in this past year, which is what I'm seeing in the Hermit card. And don't worry, I don't want you to stress, but I think you probably should make sure that you have some extra money saved up, just put aside somewhere. I'm seeing a lot of changes coming up for you in your workplace or around work. Now, I'm not seeing you losing your job or anything huge or terrible like that, but I am seeing a lot of changes, a lot of fast changes coming up around work. Now, it might be that someone takes over, someone new takes over, or maybe some big changes happen, and I think this is going to make a few people really unhappy. Some people might leave, or they might be looking for other work. It's going to be really a kind of a great big upheaval, and you might feel the same, you might not, I don't know, you might want to stay, but whatever you choose to do, there are going to be a lot of changes, and they're going to be all happening all around you. It's going to be kind of a great big chaos around you, and yeah, whatever you decide to do, have some extra money saved up, just so that it isn't so stressful for you. It is going to be stressful, but I think that's going to give you more options. That's going to cushion you. So, for example, again, you're not going to lose your job. Don't stress. I'm not seeing that. But I am seeing that it might be so stressful, it might be so horrible that you might end up saying, right, I'm just going to leave. I don't care if I have another job or not. I'm just going to get out, and then I have that extra money saved so that I can tide myself over in that few months or however long it is before I get another job. I can pay my bills, I can do this and that. Or it might just be a side there, just to give you that peace of mind. You might find another job that you want to go into, or you might decide to stay there. But I think saving that extra money is just going to give you that little bit of a cushion so that you're not so stressed. I hope that makes sense. So the next card you have for your future is the Eight of Cups. Yes. So I think, yeah, a few people are definitely going to leave. This man's getting up and leaving, he's walking away. I'm really seeing just a lot of huge changes. Whoever's taking over and making these changes hasn't thought about any of this properly at all, I don't think. It's just too much too quickly, which is what the Tower is about. Too much too quickly. And again, I can't see whether you're going to want to leave or not. I am seeing someone who's close to you, who could be looking for other work or leaving or whatever, and this might make you think very carefully about doing the same thing as well. I just think the whole atmosphere is really going to change. Look at this card. There's a whole atmosphere. There's kind of a dark, this is kind of twilight. It's not quite nighttime, it's not quite daytime, twilight. There's a moon and the moon's frowning over the scene. It's a horrible atmosphere. It really, really, really is. And yeah, again, have some extra money saved up, just so that if things become too much, the atmosphere becomes too heavy, it's too difficult, people are leaving, maybe your friends are leaving, you have more options. I hope that makes sense. And you might even be able to help some friends out if they need that as well. I don't know, but I just keep on getting that feeling that you need to save some money and put it aside. The last card you have for your future is the Seven of Wands. Yes. I'll lift that up again so you can see the whole card. So, yeah, if this all happens, it is going to feel a bit like a battle for a lot of people. And there are a lot of emotions around this as well, a lot of emotions. Whoever's in charge really, really isn't considering people's emotions. I'm just looking at this Eight of Cups again. It's an emotional card, a very emotional card. It's full of cups. Yeah, I'll lift that down so you can see it again. I'm lifting it up and down. I know it's a bit like I don't know what it is, going up and down. But yeah, this is a very emotional card. And, you know, when people walk away, this is going to be an emotional change for the people who leave, as well as for the people who stay. And this card, the Seven of Wands, can be about battling and battling. Battling and battling a faceless bureaucracy, because there are no faces behind these wands. If you look at this card, there are no faces behind there, and I think that's why whoever's going to be making all these decisions around work is just so out of touch with the actual people that this is affecting. So they're going to seem like this big faceless bureaucracy that's making all these decisions for these humans, these people who are all emotional and they're upset and they're trying to kind of cope, but they're not thinking about how all these people are feeling. But again, if this ends up all resonating with you, it's all going to be your decision whether you leave or you stay. Again, I'm not seeing you losing your job, I'm really not. So you won't lose that option. You're going to have the option of staying, you're going to have the option of leaving if you have that cushion of that money that I think you should have behind you. Plus, I think you're going to have other options around you as well. You're going to look out at these other options. This man's up on a hill and he can see what's out there. So again, this is about you being up on a hill, looking out, looking at what's out there, looking at what other options you have. So you're going to have a lot of options. So don't stress about this. I don't want this to stress you, but this is going to be a difficult time. The whole atmosphere is really going to change. But you do have options. That's what I'm seeing. I know I'm repeating myself. So Sagittarius, I hope this resonated with you, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please subscribe, or leave a comment if you'd like to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.